Welcome to my amazing and luscious garden. Kidding, we're currently in my dining room. However, with the world turning weirder day by day, I decided I need to develop useful skills. This is why I'm on a mission to grow my own food. And I'm going to do it right here on my tiny terrace. Outside on my tiny terrace. I have no skills in gardening. The most I've ever done with plants is try to keep my peace lily alive, which I managed to do for the last 2 years. So I'm taking you with me on this journey. Let's see where we can grow. As I heard a great philosopher say one day, planning is the key to success. So this is why I've decided to just select a lot of random seed and put them in the ground. Kidding, let's make a plan. I'm writing down the seed that I'm planning to grow this season, starting with lettuce. Lettuce sounds like a good thing to start. Not sure if it's going to grow, but I'm going to try this. Next one is going to be radish. I've heard that radishes grow really quick, so I'm going to try to see if this experiment works. Then spinach, because I eat a lot of spinach. Carrots, because I'm on my journey to become a nice person. Beets, kale, and all those seeds are going to go into a raised bed. Next, I'm going to grow tomatoes, zucchini, cucumber, and pepper. So all those are going to go into grow bags. The last thing I want to grow are herbs. So I'm going to grow some cilantro, some basil, and mint. Now let me show you how I'm planning to organize all this on my terrace. So terrace is 58 inches by 110. And on the left is the door to access it. On the right of the terrace there is a wooden board which separates my terrace from the neighbor, so the sun doesn't really go through it, and the terrace is facing east. My plan is to put the raised bed on the left, and my plan is to put on the wall of the actual house some grow bags. I'm going to try to put 3 grow bags on that wall and another one on the other side. The first grow bag is probably going to be for tomatoes, and I can put 2 seedling of tomatoes in it. The next one is for cucumbers. Here I can put 2 also. And the next one, it's probably going to be for pepper, and I can put 3 to 4 plants in it. The next one is going to be for zucchini, and in this one I can only put 1. On the rest of the terrace, my plan is to put small pots and to put the herbs in it, so basil, mint, and probably cilantro. On day 1 of the project, I put together this raised bed, which I bought on Amazon. Overall, it was very easy to put together, and the quality was good too. And the raised bed came with this black lining that I put in the bottom, but I also put some cardboard in the bottom. So I saw online that people usually put cardboard and logs and random things in the bottom of the raised bed in order to reduce the amount of soil that they have to put in the raised bed. So I thought I would do that since I had some cardboard laying around. I've had this tomato for a year. I think tomatoes are annual, so it's probably not going to survive and give me anything. I don't know how to keep it alive, but I'm just going to use the soil from the bottom of the planter. Bye-bye, tomato. same for this pepper. I don't think it's going to give anything, so I'm just going to get rid of it and plant more. The roots are looking really good though. This soy is looking way better. I mean, I know the other one is probably very dry, but it looks better. I'm probably going to need 2 more bags to fill up this raised bed. Obviously, I've run out of soy, so now we have to make a trip to Home Depot. Home Depot trip number 1. Look who is graciously coming with me to the Home Depot.
I am the chauffeur for the day.
Yeah. Are you excited about the garden?
I'm so exuberantly excited.
But that is so expensive. It's $4.98. I got 100 seeds for that price. Okay. Let's go get what we came here for. Is that?
This is like a kid in the candy store to an adult at a nursery.
It's not even a nursery, it's Home Depot. Okay. We're finally where we're supposed to be. Just sorry. To be totally transparent, I never know which one to choose. I just look at the packaging, and if it looks good, well, I get that one.
Yeah, I like the one that had the worm casting.
Yeah, I already have
coconut.
worm casting.
Oh.
I bought a bag of worm casting.
Well, this stuff says organic raised bed. This is the stuff that was in the front. That looks good.
Premium mix for outdoor containers. Outdoor containers ready to mix flour, vegetable moisture for organic gardening. From Kellogg. Let me see. What did this say? I don't know. This is very overwhelming. I think how we get the blue one or this one.
Smells like good dirt. Bye, dirt.
I don't think this.
One can't live without.
I don't think this is what it meant.
Get a ring what you need. Do what you love and call it work. And put a little money in the plate at church.
I don't think they mean like buy
That's
dirt
what
in
we
a
doing.
bag.
Doesn't matter what
This
they
is
meant.
this is what we can afford, right?
This is what we can afford. Buying dirt.
Now that we have a dirt, let's get into planting. I've experimented many ways to start seed, and one of the ones I've preferred is using hydroponic. I've grown tomatoes, pepper, and cucumber. Look at this gorgeous cucumber, which I need to transplant into soil. But first, let's start with this basil, which seriously needed some help. So I planted 2 seeds into each sponge in order to make sure that I get something at the end. And unfortunately, now I need to separate the roots. So in hydroponic, the plant grow very long roots, and I'm only going to keep the plant with the best looking one. Next step is to put the plant into the soil. And the most important care tip when transplanting plants from hydroponic to soil is to make sure that they have plenty of water the first weeks. Next, let's transplant the tomatoes. For this project, I have a 15-gallon grow bag, so it's what I saw is the best for tomatoes. I'm probably going to put 3 plants into it, so let's fill it up with our soil. So, let's plant those tomatoes. Again, I'm so amazed at the root system that they created. It's incredible. I'm going to try to remove this very nicely. So what I understand with tomatoes is that they have this little hair on them. The little hair is going to create roots. So technically you're supposed to plant that part two. So I'm just going to gently separate those two as gently as I can be. So gentle. I've seen people do some type of trench in it and bury them and bend the tomato plant. So this is what I'm trying to do. The last part of the terrace that I decided to tackle that day was the raised bed. I finished filling up the raised bed with the same potting mix as in the grow bags, and I also put a coat of compost. Then it was time to create my sections. So I used a measuring tape and an old cardboard to create the sections and the labels. I started by planting my beets, which are going to take 2 sections and should be 1/2 inch from the top. Very interesting seeds. After planting the beets, I planted the carrots by following the instruction in the back of the package. And I also planted the radishes. Guess where I went again. It's been a few days since I filmed and we've had a few changes. First of all, the basil, the one that I planted on camera, is not doing so well because I totally forgot to bring him back inside, and I think it was way too much sun for it, but I've seen that we have a few growth on one of the stems, so this is good. Then in the raised bed, the radishes are totally out, which is so cool. I knew that radishes grow really fast. I think you can harvest them in 45 days, so it's been like a week. So the leaves are out, which is so cool. And I can also see one leaf for a bit, so that's good. That's good to know that you know, I'm doing something right. And the last thing is the tomatoes. So the tomatoes have definitely survived and getting accustomed of the outside weather, which is good. I feel like they have grown also a little bit, which is also cool. I'm really happy with the results so far. My plan is to try to finish everything today, so let's see what we are planting today. So as I said in the beginning of the video, I've started seedlings a lot of different ways. I've started them in the hydroponic bed, and I've also started them in normal, you know, seedling type of soil. So the one in hydroponic, I've definitely grown the most, which makes sense because, you know, once the seeds start having roots, it reaches the water, and then in the water there's nutrients, so it makes sense that they are growing better. But for the moment, it's really my favorite way to start any type of seed because I feel like it's very forgiving for beginners. I have so many things I need to transplant. Let's get into planting. I'm going to start with the peppers. It's the easiest one to do. So, hopefully they're going to make it. I'm not sure. So for the pepper, let me just put some soil. I have those old containers. I'm sprinkling some warm casting in here. too. I have little hope for those ones, but we'll see. You know, plants are very resilient. Okay, on to the cucumber. I have 3 cucumber plants. I don't know if I'm planting the 3 together or just following the rules and only planting 2. Let me do 2. Let me look at the best looking ones. I feel like I should plant it like the tomatoes. Let me actually break the lower ones and plant it deeper. This cover. We will see. I'm a little scared on the cucumber. I think I waited way too long to plant it, but we will see. You remember this professional drawing that I made? Here's the result. It's been a few days since I planted my first seed, and as you can see, a lot has grown. I'm so happy about the result. I mean, for the moment, I know I mainly have leaves. I don't have any fruit yet, but I know it's coming. During this journey, a few plants have been doing really well, like my basil, but other ones have not done so well. For instance, the cucumber that you saw me plant on camera died, but I have some backup, and the pepper is doing really bad. The one that you saw me plant on camera is slightly growing, but the other seedlings that I have are not growing at all. So if you have any explanation on what is going on, please don't hesitate to put a comment. During the past week that I've been trying to grow this garden, I've learned a few things that I want to share with you. First of all, it's very important to harden the plants. If you have sowed the plant indoors, please gradually adapt them to the outside, because otherwise they are going to end up like my cucumbers. Second thing, do not wait too long to transplant them. I'm talking about my cucumbers again. I think the leaves were way too big, and unfortunately, because I waited too long and I did not harden them, so the cucumber died. Last thing, I heard about this thing called fertilizer. Apparently it's very important for plants. They need nutrients. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but I thought that by putting compost and warm casting into the soil, that was enough, but apparently it's not enough. So I have fixed my mistake and now I'm putting fertilizer. And according to the internet, seedlings also need fertilizer. Yeah, so this wraps up the video. I would say for the moment it's definitely a partial success, because I mean the herbs worked. I see them. The rest of them, the rest of the plant, I see the leaf, but I don't see the fruit yet. So we'll see if it's going to work. I'm definitely going to keep you updated via shorts. I really think that everybody should try to plant something, especially herbs, which I find were the easiest one to grow, and you can have the result very fast and use it in your dishes and things like this. If you have any recommendation on how should I deal with my pepper, or if you have any advice on and see something that I did wrong and I could do better, please don't hesitate to put it in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.